Good evening, everyone. How you doing out there in Facebook Live land, live stream land? My name is Katherine Davis. We say thank you so much for joining us here at the New Rhythm Arts Center on Sunday, this beautiful, lovely Sunday evening. What's today? October 17th? Already 2021. Wow. We made it, everybody. We have made it through another week of everything that could possibly happen in life. And here we are. I'd like to say thank you thank you, my audience. Thanking Department of Cultural Affairs and Lawyers for Creative Arts for helping to make this be possible, that me, myself, Katherine Davis, can invite wonderful people, wonderful artists that I know and cross paths with in anywhere in the world. We have so much here in Chicago with music, with art, music, with dance, with singing, with everything, just everything that is, we get to show off our creativities, and especially during this time, during the pandemic and all that, we're still, some of us, and hopefully most of us, are still creating something so that we can express ourselves as we go through this time. Again, thank you all for being here, our followers, our fans, and being here and just, taking the time out to be here with us and listen to some of the stories that these fabulous artists share with us about their music experiences, their life experiences, and how they are coping with the past year. How are they coping with with everything have changed, clubs and the distance and isolation and all that. Today I have this gentleman here, if let's see, I'll just put it like this.
Don't you start.
Everybody, I have the wonderful, talented Mr. George Wells. And I never knew, we met each other, actually, we met through Yoko and through Jimmy Ellis.
True.
And so Yoko Noge, and of course we've had her here at New Rhythm Arts Center as our special guest as well. And she has a fabulous band, the Jazz Me Blues Band, and George is part of her group, wonderful vocalist, and we've been talking and everything about, I invited and asked him if he'd come as my guest, because I want to know more about him. I want to know more about him. And he was like, yeah, sure, I'll come as your guest. I was like, ooh, look at him. So his name is George Wells, Chicago's own fabulous singer. And I asked him, I said, George, what's your nickname? And he didn't give me a nickname. I said, I already have a name for you. Georgie, Wargie, pudding pie, kiss the girls and make them cry.
Stop it.
Make them cry, make them cry, make them hot.
Oh, wow.
So everybody put your hands together for Mr. George Wells, because he's got some interesting stuff to share with us. Put your hands together for him.
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, you wonderful, beautiful lady.
Thank you.
You're the one that's the great, great singer, well-known all around the world and everything. I'm lucky to be here.
Well, I'm fortunate to have you here, to be here with us, and just get together and share some stories with each other and sing. And, you know, I've been so super excited. I didn't hardly sleep last night because when we were practicing over the phone, I was like, wow, we're going to sing a cappella together. And everybody can't do that, can they? I mean, we're not going to talk about what everybody else can do. We're going to talk about what we do.
Oh, thank you, because I don't want to talk about anybody.
So, question. What was your first experience like performing somewhere and there was a restaurant that had soul food? Where was that? Who were you at?
The first restaurant, I can't remember the name of the restaurant.
I forgot. I know what it is. Pearl's Place.
Oh, is that where it was?
It was Pearl's Place because it was on 75th, right at the El Matador Lounge.
Ah, true.
And I used to go there to watch Von Freeman, and I wanted to jam with Von. And that's where, I don't know if I met you then. I know I met Jimmy Ellis. I met a lot of musicians who, of course, are no longer here with us, but
No.
but you said you were there, right?
I was there, but I don't know if I really started singing at that time. I didn't start singing at that time.
Tell us about it.
I started singing with Jimmy Ellis and Yoko Noge at Andy's Jazz Restaurant in 2007. Jimmy was going to work, and I happened to see him and catch up with him. And I used to follow him around wherever he went to listen to him play his horn, and I would stay the whole evening. Sometimes I brought my wife if she felt like coming, and sometimes I didn't. But Jimmy was playing, and he said to me, say, man, are you coming down? And I said, yeah, I'm coming down to see you and listen to you play. And he says, how long are you going to stay? I said, I'm going to stay the whole evening. I'm going to stay all 3 sets. So he started laughing. We used to giggle at each other. And
the music was so great back then.
It was fantastic.
You couldn't leave. You couldn't just walk in there and leave.
Couldn't. There was too much going on. Yeah. And so I had made a small tape when I was just beginning to teach myself to play the piano, which was around 2007.
You self-taught. You self-taught yourself piano.
Yes.
In 2007?
In 2007, I started teaching myself. Actually, I had piano lessons when I was a kid. My mother started me playing the piano when I was about 7. And by the age of 9, I played in a piano a concert at the church.
What church was that?
It was a church on 40th in South Park that I don't remember the name of the church. But I remember my piano teacher, his name was Jackson. And he had me play a nocturne in E-flat major by Chopin. And I was about 9.
Wow.
So that was my piano playing. And then my mother got sick, and she couldn't keep up with me and make me continue taking my piano lessons.
So you come from a musical family.
Yeah, well, my mother sang in the chorus with Professor Thomas Dorsey, and she took me with her every Sunday. Thomas A. Dorsey. Yeah. And she took me to church with her every Sunday. And when I was really small, maybe 4 or 5 years old, she asked Professor Dorsey if I could sing with the chorus. So he said, let me hear him. So I sang something, I can't remember what it was. And he said, yeah, that's good enough. I think it was A Highway to Heaven, one of his songs. And I sang with the chorus. I used to march in with the chorus down the aisle. I was about 5.
Marching.
Marching. Marching. I had my own gown and everything. I was hot stuff. So I sang with the chorus under his direction. And we used to go to rehearsals every Wednesday. So my mother would take me her rehearsals with Professor Dorsey, and the chorus would rehearse every Wednesday, and then we'd sing on Sunday the songs that we rehearsed. Mm-hmm. So that was really the beginning of my singing career, and then I didn't sing anymore for years, a lot of years, and in 2007 when I went to Andy's Jazz Restaurant with Jimmy. Mm-hmm. Jimmy had introduced me to Yoko when she was playing at the Hot House. Mm-hmm. And so I had known her for a couple of years on and off. And the three of us were standing at the bar. And I had made a small tape, and I gave it to Jimmy. I said, "Hey, Jimmy, critique this tape for me," because I'm teaching myself to play the piano. Mm-hmm. And I started singing a song, and I said, "Let me know what you think." And I saw him again. He said, "It's not bad." So for Jimmy to say, "Oh, that's not bad," for me, it was like being crowned. So as we stood there at the bar talking, Jimmy's, we were just speaking of abstract things, Jimmy, Yoko, and I. And Jimmy said, "Oh, by the way, Yoko, he can sing." And Yoko said, "Yeah, sing a song." So I sang a song arbitrarily. And she said, "Oh, I like that song." She said, "What key is that in?" I said, "I don't know." She said, "Come up to the piano on the stage and sing it again." So I sang it again. She said, "Oh, that's in F. We're going to do that next set." And I thought she meant we're going to do that, the band, next set.
And you were going to watch them.
And I was going to sit in the audience like I usually do and watch. And she started playing. She played one song, and then the next song she played was the one I sang. And she started playing the song, and then all of a sudden she called me. She beckoned to me, "George, come on up on the stage," and gave me the microphone.
Were you nervous?
No, I wasn't nervous. But I was thinking to myself, I hope I don't forget the words. So I started singing, and that was the beginning of my singing career. Jimmy and Yoko started for me. Uh-huh. And I've been singing with them. Uh-huh. First with Yoko's band, then with Jimmy's band, and there's another band that I sing with periodically. It's called the Beverly All-Stars, and the leader of that band is a nice retired lawyer by the name of Steve Thomas. Mm-hmm. So I sing with several bands, and I enjoy it. I really do. I've had a lot of fun with it.
So, can I ask a favor?
Sure. What?
Can we sing a spiritual?
Of course.
Together?
Yeah.
A cappella?
I'll try to do the best I can.
That's what we do.
Oh, okay. All right. Sure. What song do you want to sing?
I would like to sing "In the Garden."
Sounds good to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else that's out there listening to us, George Wells and I are going to sing "In the Garden." We should probably, okay, here we go. A cappella, so we're going to improvise off of each other too, right?
I'll do the best I can.
Okay, put my glasses on. Sure. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. All right. You want to start, or you want me to start?
I can start, I guess.
Okay.
I come to the garden alone. while the dew is still on the roses, and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet, the birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is ringing.
And he walks with me, and he talks with me, and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known.
Yay!
Thank you. That was great.
All right. Can we sing another one?
Sure. What do you want to sing?
Precious Lord.
All right. I got the words to that over here somewhere.
Yes.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, everybody on Facebook land, thank you all so much for being here with us. And George Wells is our guest, and I'm having fun with him.
Yes, you are.
Ready?
Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn through the storm, through the night. Lead me on to the light. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home.
When my way grows drear, precious Lord, I need you to linger near. When my life is almost gone, oh Lord, hear my cry, hear my call. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home. Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home.
When the darkness appears and the night draws near, and the day is past and gone, At the river I stand. Guide my feet,
Lord.
hold my hand.
hand.
Take my hand, precious Lord, and lead me home.
Yay! Yay. So, George,
Yes.
have you, you're with the music, you discovered that music is like your next adventure in life. What is it that you want from it now?
You know, I really don't know. I have, the Lord has led my life in every step of everything that I do and everything that I've done. And life is so incalculable that you never know where your next blessing is coming from. Mm-hmm. So I just follow what comes along and do the best I can with it. So I really don't have any expectations of myself or music. I've done just about everything in life that I've thought I wanted to do, and I've been fortunate with success in those areas. So I feel pretty good about myself and the things that I'm comfortable. I'm not wanting for anything.
And you were born and raised right here in Chicago.
Born and raised right here in the Briar Patch.
Oh, where?
In Chicago, I was born at the Cook County Hospital.
Me too.
Get out of here.
I sure was. Me, my sisters and brothers, and some of my children.
Really?
And nieces and nephews and everybody.
No kidding. Oh, boy, I tell you, that's really
Cook County
great.
Hospital was the hospital where you had to go to.
Well, my mother took me there, and she went there, and
If you was
I haven't had any complaints.
No.
I made it out.
Yeah.
So count those blessings.
Yeah. And you know they made Cook County Hospital into this big fancy smashy hotel.
They did. I didn't know they made it into a hotel.
It's a hotel. And I wonder what they have downstairs in that the county morgue.
You know, well, I'm
What
not.
did they make down there? Because I don't make it a food court. I hope not. Please, not a food court.
Well, you never know.
My father worked at a county hospital, and you know, back in the '60s, you had to be civil service to get a job working for the city, the county, and the state. And Cook County Hospital, they had all these jobs, so you had janitors and cooks and your laundress. You know, those were only jobs that were available, but they were good jobs and
In those days, yeah, right.
So he used to tell us those stories about, you know, downstairs the morgue, the county morgue, yeah. But yeah, it's a big fancy hotel now, and then with the pandemic happening and stuff, I don't know where to go, but I wish them success. So you grew up in Chicago. What side? You know, we always say what side: north side, south side, west side.
I grew up on the southeast side of Chicago on Oakwood Boulevard.
39th Street. Sort of, kind of.
Oakwood Boulevard is a street that comes between 39th Street and 40th Street, and it runs from Lakeshore Drive to King Drive, which used to be South Park. And that's as far as that street runs. It's about 4 or 5 blocks.
A lot of famous people used to live up in that area also, didn't they? Nat King Cole, Mahalia Jackson.
You know, I met Mahalia Jackson when I was a little boy, and she used to come to Pilgrim Baptist Church,
Right.
where I sang with Professor Thomas A. Dorsey, and he was the one who was instrumental in starting her career. And she used to pick me up when I was a little boy, just pick me up and kiss me. Hey, good morning, George. How you doing? Then she put me down. She was a wonderful lady, just a great lady, and she had a terrific voice.
Oh, yeah.
And
She was a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And then there was a restaurant, fried chicken restaurant on the south side called Mahalia's.
I didn't know
Fried
that.
chicken, yeah.
Where you get that information from?
We used to pass by there, and we used to go there and eat
You
chicken.
did?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's I met Mahalia.
I didn't get to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was a little girl, but I loved her music. She was everybody's favorite gospel singer.
Yeah.
Mahalia Jackson.
She used to come to the Pilgrim and sing there periodically, and I saw her every time she came. So that was really a treat. You know?
So tell me about Jimmy Ellis. You know, everybody knows he just passed away,
That's true.
and just it's terrible because we've lost so many great people.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's part of life and death and life and all that, but wow. Jimmy, like I said, I met Jimmy back at the El Matador back in the 70s, late 70s, and I met a lot of horn players, and he was just so great, and I was a crybaby back then because I felt like I had missed out on singing because I became a wife and a mother before I picked up my career in the music.
You had the best job.
Yeah, but I had always wanted to sing. Yeah. I always wanted to sing. I wouldn't have thought about a family if I had become what I thought I was supposed to be. Because I was thinking Martha and the Marvelettes and Mary Wells, and I was thinking, that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to be the front singer because I was short and chubby, and the way they had these singing groups, female singing groups, they all had to be tall and slim. And the only ones who were the kind of chubby singing was like Etta James, even Aretha Franklin was small then,
Yeah.
Mahalia Jackson was a little chubby.
Right.
So I wanted to, at first I wanted to sing in groups. And then from there I said, I'll just sing by myself.
Wow.
So, but tell me, with Jimmy, like I said, when I met Jimmy, he was always so nice. He played so wonderful. And I loved him in his style of playing. It was a lot of horn players because Von Freeman called all the horn players his horses. After he did his little show, he would call the horses afterwards, and then the singers would follow.
Right.
And everybody knew that I wanted to sing so bad, and so everybody would just say, "Call Kathy up, call Kathy." And Von would call me. And Jimmy was like, "Yeah, call Kat up, call her." And I just wanted to sing, and I did. And I captured a lot of that too. But with Jimmy just passing away, you and Yoko and Bill McFarlane went to his memorial.
Bill didn't make it. He was moving.
Okay.
But Yoko and I went.
Okay.
Yoko and Bugs, the drummer.
Bugs.
His name is William Cochran.
Right.
Yeah, he went. So the three of us went. It was a military funeral at I think it was Fort Worth in Illinois here. And it was really a nice service. It was a very nice service. It only lasted about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It's really quick because they have so many people and it's such a large place that they have a vehicle that comes around to your vehicle to pick you up and direct you while they drive their vehicle, and you follow it to the location where the ceremony is going to take place. You don't get to see the burial, but you get to celebrate the fact that the person is there, and then you get to see him fire the weapons and fold the flag and give it to the family.
With honor.
Right, with honor.
Now, what about you? Have you served in the military?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I served in the military from 1958 to 1964. And I went to Europe. They sent me to France. I was stationed in France. I traveled all over Europe: France, Austria, Italy, Yugoslavia, Greece, Turkey.
Did you hear good music over there?
Oh, yeah. I heard a lot of good music over there. I saw Miles Davis while I was over there. I was in Amsterdam, and they had a jam concert, a jazz concert there in Amsterdam, and I saw Miles Davis and a few other artists that I can't name at this particular time, but it was about 4 or 5 good guys that were playing there, and the music was just fantastic.
I know it was.
Yeah, it was just fantastic. They call it Centerville. In these foreign countries, they have like we have downtown. What they call their downtown area is a Centerville. So the place where we went was sort of like an orchestra hall in Centerville, and went there and had a lot of good music.
So tell me this: with E.G. was the one that told me that you and Jimmy were best of friends, and you co-produced Jimmy on one of his music projects.
Joan, Jimmy's wife, and I had been after Jimmy for a long time to make an album of his own. He's on several albums with other people, and we got on him to make an album, and he finally decided that he was going to make one of his own. So we were working at Andy's Jazz Club at that time, and Jimmy hired a sound guy to come by and record us
Live.
So it was a live show, and then after being recorded, Jimmy and I started working on his album information and cover.
Who was in the group?
The group consisted of Jimmy, William Cochran, drummer, Corky McClurkin on the keyboard, and
Bass.
the bass fiddler was
Eddie Calhoun.
No, it wasn't Eddie Calhoun. It was I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank here.
Not Thomas Palmer.
No,
Upright bass.
It was an upright bass, and he was a lawyer. I can't think of his name right now. It'll come to me later. But anyway, it was Jimmy's quartet, and I was singing there. So
you were his featured vocalist.
I was his featured vocalist, and we made the album. I hate drawing a blank because I keep trying to think of the guy's name. But anyway, we made the album, and then we put everything together, and Jimmy was going to put a piece of artwork on the cover, and I said, Jimmy, don't do that. Put a picture of yourself on the cover, because Miles Davis has done abstract things with his stuff, but he's got enough albums out to do that. This is your first album. I want to see your picture on that. So he agreed with me, and he put his picture on the cover of the album.
I was thinking about the same thing because I'm in the studios now and I'm just about finished with my project. And so I'm almost ready to put it together with the liner notes, and I'm gathering pictures, and I finally got a title for the CD and everything. But I was going to use my granddaughter's artwork for the cover, and because I have produced other CDs myself. When I had the gospel group, and then when I recorded with Southport Records, Dream Shoes, and so I always thought that I could just put whatever I wanted because I wanted to feature as much as I can. I'm always thinking of someone else before myself because I feel like there's so much talent that can be recognized. I'm always thinking that let the world see that it's more than what they can imagine.
I do understand.
Right where, and I know you.
Right.
Yeah. And so I've always wanted to do that, to feature artists, even if they don't say they're an artist, but I want to feature them just to say, look at all this talent, see their world, see their music land is still more. And don't think that there's any end, because it's not. There's so much more. Singing, dancing. I grew up in a family where we were singing and dancing, and we were great yodelers in the Cabrini Green projects.
Get it out of here.
Yeah, because the acoustics, the bouncing of the voices, and the doo-wop singers, projects, baby. But we were yodelers. We all used to yodel and whistle.
No kidding.
Yeah. Now tell me about that. Growing up with whistling, was that something that was a bad thing? Because the old folks used to say if a female whistled, that was considered bad luck. Did you ever hear that?
We didn't have too many girls that whistled. We used to spend our time whistling at the girls. But I whistled an awful lot, and I got to be pretty good at whistling. Yeah. So I whistled, and my friends whistled. I used to love to try to whistle jazz tunes that I heard. And so I'd be walking down the street whistling jazz. And my friends would always say, man, what song is that you blowing? I said, I'm not telling. I'm going to keep this a secret. Yeah, but I became a pretty good whistler. I was singing with one band, and I whistled Sweet Georgia Brown.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's a theme song for the
Globetrotters. Right. So they started playing Sweet Georgia Brown, and I started whistling it. And it turned out pretty good.
So tell us, with the music project that you worked on with Jimmy, do you still have that? Can we find the music?
I have a CD with all that information on it, and I forgot to bring it. I should be horsewhipped.
No, lay it over my lap and.
But I forgot to bring it. I'll see to it that you get this information that's on the album, because
Is it something that we can purchase?
No.
Okay.
Because I couldn't get Jimmy to put it on the market, and it's not my album. I'm on the album as the executive producer, but it's not my album, and it's not my place to produce his album. I wouldn't want to do anything without him. So it's up to his family to do that kind of thing. I did text his son and ask him, because Jimmy had some extra albums, and I texted his son to ask him to bring some albums down to the Hyde Park Jazz Fest when they were honoring Jimmy.
Oh, that's right. And you performed at
And I
the
performed there,
Hyde
right.
Park Jazz Fest a few weeks ago.
Yes.
It was about 2 or 3 years
And
ago.
I couldn't get him to come down and bring any albums, and so I have one album. I have my original album that Jimmy gave me, that we made together. I set all the type on it and helped the artist, directed the artist as to positioning the photograph and the information. Jimmy's wife typed up a nice, on a regular typewriter, she typed up a nice bio of Jimmy, and I set type on it and gave all of the typesetting to the artist so he could arrange it on the album. And he did a real good job. I wish I had the album here so I could hold it up and show it. But
We'll get another chance to do that.
okay, all right.
So now from Jimmy, you also worked with Yoko,
Yes,
and she absolutely adores you.
I adore her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, is it okay, Alex, if we can play something from YouTube with George singing with Yoko Noge and the...
Jasmine Blues Band.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Right here at the New Rhythm Arts Center.
I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness. And I guess all the things you've always planned for. Gee, I like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Woolworth doesn't sell, baby. To that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love.
Hey George,
Yes,
I can't give you anything but love.
I need some money too.
That's the only thing I have plenty of, but no money. Dream a while,
Yes,
scheme a while, we are sure to find happiness. I guess all those things you've always planned for. Gee, I like you. See you looking swell in a red jacket, diamond bracelet, Walmart doesn't sell. No, 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 there. Till the key day, I know I'm well. Georgia, I can't give you anything but love.
I can't give you anything but love, Miss Yoko. That's the only thing I play on. Yoko,
Yes, George.
dream a while, scream a while. You should find happiness, and I guess all the things you've always pined for. Gee, I like to see you look swell, baby. Diamond bracelets, Woolworth doesn't sell. Yoko, till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything but love.
Wow. Thank you, man. Your voice is so smooth and suave and
Thank you.
very easy to listen to.
That's
like
a nice
Nat
thing.
King Cole, that style, yeah.
Oh, stop it, stop it. I'm going to pass out here.
Johnny Hartman, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Johnny Hartman. That's my guy, Johnny Hartman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right.
So, being on stage, like I had asked you earlier about, do you ever get nervous? I mean, it's like you started off in 2007 and you were invited up on the stage,
Yes.
given the mic, and you just started singing and you went straight out to, you looked at the audience and you didn't feel,
No, I didn't feel nervous. I wasn't intimidated. Matter of fact, I enjoyed it. I was just surprised that Yoko gave me that opportunity. And when she did, I didn't want to do anything that would embarrass the band.
but
So
you knew you could sing.
I had it in me to do
You
it.
know you could sing.
I had it in me to do. Yes, I really did. I won't say that I knew I could sing, but when she told me to sing, then I said, well, maybe I'm not as bad as I think I am. You know, 'cause
So you were your own worst critic.
exactly. So you sit down and you say to yourself, well, this is all right. That's okay. Maybe I shouldn't do this or I shouldn't do that. But when she heard me sing, she heard something that set her ears working, and she said, well, I want you to sing that. And so I did. I sang a song for her. And I've been singing with her ever since.
And so now you're singing with me as well.
How about that?
Yes.
I'm lucky.
Acapella.
I am so fortunate.
And you have that kind of voice. I mean, blending our voices together. And of course, we have to find where we go and harmonizing and everything. But I love to sing acapella. I like to bring out the real voice, you know, and the wherever, you know, with my training, vocal training, and of course my vocal training I was going towards opera
Yeah.
and jazz. I didn't, you know, blues was something, but I always knew the blues, I always
Yeah.
knew blues. I mean, it was always in me. No matter what I sang, it always came out sounding bluesy, sounding bluesy. So I thought it was like, man, I'm gonna stop singing because I sound bluesy. But blues is what took me many places around the world, and I became a recording artist and educated for blues in the schools, and so it's all of that. And so with you, just coming out and being on stage, and you hadn't had any experience before or whatever when you were a child and you used to march in with the choir, maybe that's where you left off from there, that marching with the
Marching
choir.
down the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like, that stayed with you
It
up
was so
until,
much fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, do you plan on doing any more recordings, or would you think about putting a band together, or how do you look at this in the music world?
The music world is really a tough world, especially since the pandemic. I mean, it just knocked a lot of people right out of work. And I think that when you have a band, you have to keep them working. And if you don't keep them working, then they disperse. They go someplace else where they can find work. Whatever that work is. And some band members are great carpenters. Some of them are great construction workers. Some of them are great accountants. The one fellow I couldn't think of that was on the album with Jimmy Ellis, and the rest of us was, his name was Bob Hodge. Bob Hodge was a retired lawyer, and he wasn't retired at the time, but he retired shortly after making the album with Jimmy. And then I was sorry to hear that Bob had a stroke. He moved out of Chicago and into Wisconsin with his lady friend. And so I haven't heard from him. I've only heard from him one time since then. I used to sing with another band. At another venue in Hyde Park, and it's a part of the University of Chicago. I wish I could think of the name of that. I keep drawing a blank at everything that I think of, but they
You said Chances Are, right?
no,
Not Chances
not
Are.
Chances Are. This was
That was the Peanut place.
right. this place. It's just is a private club in Hyde Park. It's a part of the University of Chicago, and they had a band. That's where I met Bob through Steve Thomas, and Bob said, "Hey, why don't you come down and sing with the band?" And I said, "Well, where is the band?" And it's on 57th Street. Right off of Woodlawn, 57th and Woodlawn. So I can't think of the name of that place either. I'm just drawing a blank. It's probably because I'm here with you. You make me. You make
I
me
do something
nervous.
to you.
Yes, you do. Sounds like a song.
That's good then.
You do
'cause
something to me.
Thank you. I'm like, okay, I still got that magic.
Oh yeah, you got that magic.
Long time. Don't
Don't hurt me. So, but anyway, I thinking about Bob. He was a really, really nice guy, and he was on that album with Jimmy, Bugs, Corky, and me. So we had a good time.
Now you wanted to sing a song. You want to sing a song about,
Yes.
because you and Jimmy were very close. And I just want to say real fast, I went to their home And of course, they live in Hyde Park, and you have to climb. They lived all the way up on the 3rd floor, and I was like, "How in the heck? Those were some stairs
Yeah.
to climb." But once we got into his home, or their home, all of his artwork. He's a visual artist. He draw, paint. He made
Yeah.
sculptures. All of his artwork was all through his house, and I was like, Jimmy, I didn't know you were an artist like this. You just all of this is what you created, and that was something that helped to inspire me, like during the pandemic, okay, with everything that happened. The clubs closed, the tours ended, and, you know, a lot of, you know, musicians were getting sick and everything. And I said, well, you know what? I'm going to have to go to another plan because, you know, that's the thing about having talent. You have to constantly find ways to create.
Yes.
From within, from as an artist,
Right.
you've got, if you have to sing, dance, play an instrument, like you said, teach yourself how to play an instrument, do poetry, spoken word, whatever, you know. And for me, this is my passion,
Right.
to interview my friends, artists, and keep it going.
You
Keep it going.
find,
Telling our stories about what we're experiencing as we go through this. 'Cause, you know, people say, "Oh, I'll be glad when I'll be glad it should be gone by next year." We don't know when it's gonna leave.
True.
But you know, we still have to forge forward. We gotta keep going and keep creating and make something happen, and so that we can leave something for our children, or to, you know, something where we're in the archives of history of art through music. I never thought I would be working at the University of Chicago, the Smart Museum, working as a museum educator with the visual arts, and that's what I'm doing now. So the music aspect of it, you know, I always was inquisitive about that. How does music and visual arts, how do they come together?
Right.
Where do they meet and say the same thing and conversate with each other? So I'm still learning that, and it's beautiful. So I want you to sing your song that you had said about my buddy.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jimmy,
All right.
we've got a few minutes. New Rhythm Arts Center right here in Chicago, 1772 West Lunt Avenue. Alicia Hempling is the founder and director here. Alex Robinson is our sound person, and we are having a ball. George Wells, my guest, and I'm Katherine Davis. And what's your name? All right, George.
Okay. Thank you, Catherine.
Everything is a cappella, pretty much, right?
Everything is a cappella.
That's right. And what's the name of this one?
The name of this song is My Buddy.
Words and music by
Gus Kahn and Walter Davidson.
Mhm.
And it goes like this. Nights are long since you went away. I think about you all through the day. My buddy, Jimmy Ellis, nobody quite so true. I miss your voice, the touch of your hand. Just long to know that you understand. My buddy, Jimmy Ellis, your buddy misses you. Nights are long since you went away. I think about you all through the day. my buddy Jimmy Ellis. Nobody quite so true. I miss your voice, the touch of your hand. Just long to know that you understand, my buddy Jimmy Ellis. Your buddy misses you.
Give Mr. George Wells a big, wonderful applause. All right.
Thank you, Catherine.
So let's close out with what we say.
I don't know.
The Fats Waller tune.
You gotta call it. You gotta call it.
Okay. I gotta call it.
Yeah, you
See, that's my kind of man. You call it, baby. Oh,
Call it.
ain't nothing but a word. Okay. Okay. Here we go. On the sunny side of the street.
Okay.
Ready?
No, not yet.
Sunny side of the street.
I'm
Sing
ready.
along with us, and I know most of you know this.
I'm
song.
ready.
Okay.
You start it off.
Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Grab your coats and get your hat. Leave your worries on the doorstep. Just direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear a pitter-pat? And that happy tune is your step. Life is oh so sweet on the sunny side of the street.
I used to walk in the shade with those blues on parade. But I'm not afraid. This rover crossed over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as
Rich.
Rockefeller.
Oprah Winfrey for me.
Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. Grab your hat.
Grab your hat.
Grab your coat.
You sing that part. No, I sing the
Leave
same.
your worries on the doorstep.
Doorstep.
Just direct your feet
Show up.
on the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear that pitter-pat?
Pitter-pat.
That happy tune is your step. Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade
with those
blues on parade. Well, I'm not afraid. This rover across over. If I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller.
Winfrey.
Gold dust at my feet on the sunny, on the sunny, on the sunny side of the street. Da-da.
Boom, 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 boom. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you too, George. All right, thank you all so much for joining us. Do we have some friends out there, Miss Alicia? Huh?
Kathy Rose,
Hi, Kathy.
Ross,
Hi, Russ.
Alice Morley,
Hi, Alice.
Alice Weinstein.
Hi, Alice.
And we had a couple more here, but I don't have it up on the screen. So
Well, thank you all so much.
Thank you.
They're always with us. Thank you so much for being with us and supporting us. And Thank you, George, for being here as my guest this evening. And is there anything you would like to share with the future singers or musicians? Is there something you could share with them that can help encourage them to, like, keep singing, keep writing, keep doing something to create?
Well, you know, you were talking about Jimmy being such a great artist. He was also one heck of a cameraman. He was a photographer.
He was?
Oh, supreme photographer.
Wow.
And, you know, we all have these hidden talents. But I'd say that if you have something that you're doing or something that you want to do, just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Just do it. You'd be surprised. I remember sometimes Jimmy and I would be working on a song, and if I made a mistake, I'd try not to show it, and Jimmy would say, "Well, we fooled him again." so just don't give up. Have faith in yourself, and and don't let other people
stay encouraged.
Don't let other people knock you down by telling you that you can't do something. There's nothing you can't do that if you really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely nothing. You just have to have the desire to do it, and go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now they can find you on YouTube, right, with Yoko Noge.
Yes.
Right, they can find you there.
Right.
And then, of course, this show you can also find on YouTube Katherine Davis, blues singer, right, Alex? Blues singer Katherine Davis. Oh, it's Katherine Davis. So you can go to my YouTube page and
Just Katherine Davis?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Alex is wonderful. He's managing my YouTube, so
He is good.
yes, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
He's wonderful, and he's also an artist himself, and he's performing. Let me plug you.
Performing this Friday at Coles Bar.
You're performing this Friday at
Coles.
Coles. Spell that.
Coles.
It's Coles, Coles bar. And where is it?
That's in Logan Square on Milwaukee
Logan Square,
and Fullerton.
Milwaukee, and Fullerton. Coles. Maybe, hey, George, we might go and.
Hey, that's
Is there a
not too
cover
bad.
charge?
It's $12.
$12.
He's worth $12.
Hey, shit.
I'd spend $24 to see him.
I would too.
Yeah.
Yes.
A bar that I was telling you about, and I want to get this out real quick, where Bob Hodge had a band, was the Quadrangle Club in Hyde Park.
I remember that.
And I used to sing there weekly, every Friday. They have a jazz night there. Thought I wanted to get that in.
All right, it's coming out now.
It's out. It's out. It's everything comes back after a while, you know.
I did more than what I thought I did.
Yeah, that's true. So everything just seems to work out. But thank you so much, Katherine, for this opportunity. You're such a wonderful, warm person, and I'm so glad that I met you. And your kindness is just overwhelming.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
And I hope that you come back again and we continue this great music journey together, and we can share some more stories.
I hope we can share some stories where I don't draw blanks like I did today.
Oh, you did, and you did quite well.
No, thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We will be here next Sunday. We have the incomparable Bill McFarland, trombone player. He will be my special guest for next week. And I can't wait because it's going to be an amazing story that he will share with us and everything. So thank you, and good night. Have a beautiful week, and we'll see you next week. Peace.